absolutely everything they have to their job, right? And I guess maybe it's the same for every job, I'm thinking, right? But I feel like just being in it, that teachers are expected to put 100% in their job. And I find when you're training, like, you're exhausted, so your mood is altered. And when you're like, your mood is what makes you an ethical teacher, right? My dad can work in a coal mine or in um, a factory or a pulp mill and just be pissed off all day and get his work done. That literally affects how I do my job if I'm cranky or
Yep.
irritable or
Yeah.
whatever. How do you manage being, I don't know, like a good enough teacher,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
but also, living the lifestyle that, is almost synergetic to teaching, because that's what makes you a genuine and, a person that people know that's not bullshitting. Like
Yeah.
you like, kids look up to you because you do what you do. But if you didn't put the time in what you did, then you wouldn't be as genuine. How do you balance the two? And when is it good enough for either or? Like that.
Yeah. I think that's it's a good question. It's kind of changed as I've gotten older, right? I think I look back at how I used to train while I was teaching, and I don't even know how I kind of stuck to it, but maybe it was just because I was younger. And the first couple of years of teaching, I was still at home, so
Yeah.
I, I had meals cooked for me. I didn't have to waste kind of my bandwidth on kind of a ton of things around like lifestyle living on your own. But I think now I value, listening to my body a lot more, right? If I feel or I anticipate it, right? I've kind of changed my training around that. I know, you know, my Tuesdays, same thing, Tuesday track day, right? You could do quality work, and then sometimes you wake up the next day and you feel like I'm
Yeah.
still in recovery mode here. And that's when I know like Wednesday's an easier day. Wednesday could be a potentially uh, better day to kind of take that extra sleep if I need, or something like that, like valuing like a quick 20-minute nap or something.
Yeah.
I do find that high school is a little easier. I did teach K to 8 before,
Middle school is
and
done.
that was, there were for sure days where I tipped over, and I try to be a very, a person that's able to like regulate their emotions and not let external factors kind of set them off and lose control. And I really do value that as like someone personally as a goal. And but we've all had those times where
We're all
we're back at our day.
Yeah.
I'm like, I probably didn't need to get mad at that. I could have addressed that student differently,
Yeah.
even though, we're all acting out of, different factors and certain things. But I think it's now that I'm older, it's valuing rest days, sleep, not being, if I can feel my body is just not giving me, instead of just grinding through a workout, maybe changing it up. And so like physically, maybe it's not going to get me to win every race I show up in now, or, be the best of the best. But I feel like I'm a better version of myself in all aspects, like relationships and my like education, and then also training. I'm still doing well, all things considered, but I may not be at the apex. But a lot of athletes kind of, I've been there, I've experienced it, and as you get older, you realize, nothing changes if you win a race or you don't. It doesn't change how people necessarily treat you or whatever. You show up at work the next day, some of them don't even know you.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Doesn't everyone know that I have the highest VO2 max in this?
yeah. So, I think that's, you just get more mature over kind of how you plan things, and the more you've been training, the more you know how to kind of adjust and realize that one missed workout isn't going to be the deciding factor of you in 2 months, not doing well. You just kind of have to build the momentum, and then when you're feeling good, like, use it. And when you're not, adjust and
In fact, that one
And then just drink a lot of coffee.